phase in.
वो इतनी जल्दी अभी just शुरू हुए पता है?
A very clean round
वो
after a
5-0
couple
का
of
score.
closer rounds, not in terms of the late round and the XVX. At least Encore has been this economy down up until that last round where they definitely stabilize. This is where things change up a little bit. You do have an AWP there for LFO. So we'll see if they can use that AWP advantage a little bit. FaZe has got themselves long control, and look at this aggression on the extremity here.
Into upper. APOC, oh, goes for the jump peak. Will get the gun in hand in time.
Zero
He
respect
will not
kar rahe hain.
have a chance to shoot back. Rops punishing that position.
FaZe doing exactly what you'd expect from them. Disrespect, a whole lot of dry peaks.
Yeah.
At least Haz is able to trade that one down on towards barrels. Loses a lot of HP. He's going to throw a progression smoke on B. Trying to deny info to FaZe while LFO starts to creep
Hey,
through
Robsy
long
सबसे ज़्यादा
cut
deaths
here.
हैं.
Carrigan playing the corner angle. Gives it up. That's a nice timing.
वैसे ये round खत्म नहीं हुआ ना अभी.
Brokey, he flashed off the line, drops one himself just to get back to the safety of CT here. And LFO, slowly but surely, going to be making their way towards A. We'll see if FaZe decide to rotate over or if they're worried about this mid-push coming through. Because Hazard on 11 HP, he's still here, still waiting. And FaZe, they want the short control because they know they've lost long.
A lot of util here for LFO. Need to leverage it to be able to get this A execute working for him. There's the crouch peek from Twist. Clears out that player in middle, so this is a lot more one-dimensional now for LFO. Coming up long with 20 seconds on the clock.
Leaving it pretty late here. Carrigan going to be able to dance around the smokes, but Sterling strikes over the top now. Licky finds Twist as well. And we'll see if the flood comes through or if it's just the boost. They spot Licky, who's got just enough time to reposition, but they know both these CT members are there. And the CT choke and LFO, they just want to
Best of one ही है क्या?
हाँ best of
crossfire.
one.
And
लिखा तो है ऊपर यार
he knows
अंदर.
it as well.
ये मुझे पता है लेकिन
We're getting aggressive of these positions. Licky still towards the top of default. That smoke will fade eventually. Time still definitely a factor. And Sterling's AWP is trained there. So Brokey happy to keep the AK alive in his hands here on the CT side.
See if we can chip any more guns out of LFO's hands.
भाई ऐसा लग रहा है प्रोकी का import है.
Trap on through from Savvy.
Auto adjustment हो रही है.
That's potentially low, but still, Brokey going to keep that one tap potential in towards the next gun round. LFO, even after losing that mid control and really execing with not much time on the clock, they do hold their cool. Those were the critical couple of frags there for LFO.
Well, there's one on the board here on the T side. Let's see if they can win one more. This is actually a very important round for LFO to win, for sure, because the economy is all over the place at the moment for FaZe. They do have this double AWP brought into the round. Brokey.
ये one way फेंकना पता है ज़रूरी होता है. E side.
Yeah, Robs on that extremity over towards long. Part 1-for-1 on long. It's going to start to pull FaZe's rotations apart a little bit, and they're a little bit less flexible with the double AWP. That's a great flash from Licky to set Hazard up for success. He's going to throw that prog smoke towards the cross. LFO have done a great job of denying info. So FaZe, not only with a numbers deficit, but also with an info deficit, going to look for that peak on towards long side.
Twist का moment आने वाला है in that one.
Another one thrown. Twist's shots going to be heard coming from CT. So LFO just making sure there's no nooks or crannies checked with that molly towards car, but Hazard able to strike for another. Just recycling this AWP. Twists now going to be the single man over towards the A side of things. He wants to try to stop any of these LFO members from making their way to site now.
Yeah, they're doing a great job running down the clock and kind of holding their cool. I think a bit of a common thing for our OS teams when they go and play internationally is rushing mid-rounds, throwing away advantages. So it's good to see LFO just really running the clock down, waiting to see if FaZe get overconfident and maybe give them a little bit more room to work with, give them an extra couple of peaks.
And there you go. 2 in a row for LFO. FaZe realise they want to keep the AWP alive.
अगर Robin
Get
वापस
some
आ गया
rifles
होगा ना.
into the next, and keeping 2 alive may just enable.
तो मेजर अब सब खत्म ही हो गया उसका बैन.
for Brokey and Rang hit. Twist takes another rifle out of the hands of the T's.
Can't be too many more guns if you're on call right now. That was the critical round that you pointed out. They have kind of soft reset phases money. See probably some pistol investments in here from FaZe, so this is a round you can't take for granted if you're on call. Look, an AWP, A1S and a Deeg can definitely work for you. Brokey not upgrading his pistol, so wouldn't be surprised to see him be the main man on the AWP purchase next round.
You can see that the confidence is definitely there for LFO right now. APOC going straight down mid, all on his own. But he's put himself in a dangerous position. You can see the numbers are around him for FaZe, and they're going to start to gravitate back towards the A side of things now. Savage can clear out this upper dark position.
कितने लाइनअप्स हैं इनके पास?
And FaZe, they're just trying to put
मतलब
हर चीज का लाइनअप यूज कर रहे हैं
कौन सा लाइनअप यूज कर रहे हैं?
Flush out middle as the mid
ये
peak
मॉली
box
वाली
smoke
क्या?
comes in.
तो नॉर्मल लाइनअप
नॉर्मल मतलब मैंने और भी देखा है अभी कई चीजें ऐसे कर रहे हैं अलग अलग
Again, LFO
जो लॉन्ग पे स्मोक
throwing a
फेंक रहे
little
हैं
bit of
क्रॉस
use
में
of
यार,
दोनों का
Might
सेम
and
स्पॉट
being
से लाइनअप
rewarded
है
for it.
राइट लेफ्ट के
ब्रो किसके मरने का वेट कर रहा था.
team flash there. I think he did want to go through the mid doors. Attempt, it's cost him his life. They know that is where
Oh,
the
Rain.
four's playing from. Rain though, man is crisp with the D. He's found one, but he's just been that has enough nuisance.
मेजर में से आ गया है क्या?
Pops up two, bomb down towards the
Chris
elbow,
का
and
double
Savage on
kill.
12 HP.
अबे यार क्या है ये?
42 41
The odds very much
ओह
against
इसका डबल किल.
Looks like he's going to save the AWP.
34
No, he's
वे
just
ट्राई
rolled
कर रहा
for
है
it.
31
Okay.
हाँ,
30
हाँ, same.
Nothing to lose mentality. So they're just going
टाइम ही नहीं है उसका वैसे तो ना भाई बॉम्ब ड्रॉप कहाँ है?
line held.
Too good of an offense. Chris can't deal with that. And that's what I was saying, man. One
डबल ऑफ
rifle
सेव कर ले दोबारा
and a Deeg. More than good enough.
Mm.
And